All right, I'm just working on getting this camera up, folks. We should be up in just a minute or so. The camera is currently showing up black, so I'm just working on that. So just give me another 30 seconds to a minute. We should be live. Thanks everybody for joining. My name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. We have some updates regarding the launch that was supposed to be scheduled for tomorrow. We're hearing some official updates that they may have shifted. So again, let me just get my camera up and we'll talk. All right, as you can see, our camera is now up and working. So welcome in, everybody. We are just getting set up, so a lot has changed in the last few minutes as we're getting set up. So I'm just gonna try to get my mic some extra cable length here and we'll get started. I'm moving some things around, so hopefully the camera doesn't bug out, but it looks like we're good. All right. So welcome in, everybody. My name is Andrew, and this is Rocket Future. As you can see, we're down here at Starbase here in Boca Chica Beach, Texas. You're probably used to this from our streams, this location. And we're here again, and we were hoping for this stream to be kind of a hype stream regarding the possible launch attempt for Starship tomorrow. However, as I was setting up, it looks like we did start to get some official, fairly official word that may have slipped until Saturday. Now, I want to confirm that myself before y'all take that for as an official word. But from what I'm seeing some pretty reliable sources saying that it has been pushed to Saturday. I believe Boca Chica Mary has stated that the evacuation notice for Boca Chica Village has been canceled, and some other locals that would get an advance notice about launch says it's been canceled for tomorrow. So I think no earlier than November 18th is the new day. So that's what we're looking at. We may be seeing a destack here today. I'll show you a full video of the rocket here in a second. I just want to pull up chat, make sure I'm seeing everybody, and making sure I'm seeing myself. It looks like our audio and video is looking pretty good. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a bummer, but that is how this all goes. That's part of what being a rocket chaser is all about. That's part of this industry as a whole. So we're just out here just rolling with the punches. So it sounds like tomorrow AM we will not be seeing this thing take off from here, but maybe shortly thereafter. So the question is, what is the reason for the delay? We don't know exactly, but we have seen a couple pieces of machinery make its way down from the build complex down here to the launch complex that would indicate that SpaceX is going to destack the vehicle and potentially remove the hot stage ring. So let me give y'all a view of what we're looking at here while we're talking about what we might see. So as we can see, that hot stage ring is right between the booster and the ship. And some of the hardware that has been brought from the build site to the launch site is the load spreader to lift the hot stage ring off of the booster. So at some point today, it is expected that the ship be destacked and placed on the transport stand. So SpaceX has brought the stand for the ship back down to the launch complex as well. That is a safe place for the ship to sit here at the launch complex while they do whatever work they need to do. Just because it's down here at the launch complex does not mean that ship 20, did I say 26 earlier? But either way, ship 25 isn't necessarily going anywhere. They may just place it on that transport stand while they're doing whatever work they need to do. What that work is, we don't necessarily know yet. Maybe they need to get under the hot stage ring for some adjustments on the top of Booster 9. Maybe they need to switch the hot stage ring. We just don't know yet, so we're going to have to wait and see. So welcome in, everybody. I see a lot of people coming in from the Space Junkie community. Thank you for hanging out with us here. We got El Hungaro, we got Andras, we got Balint, we got Gary, Zlot. Jimatek is here. Welcome, Jimatek. Good to see you. Will is here. Andy M is here. I see a couple of y'all saying hi to Hoppy. We don't currently have Hoppy running on this stream here today. Space Girl Falcon is in chat. Welcome, Space Girl Falcon. Debasish, Maros, Gabor, Tunde. Welcome everybody in from wherever you're tuning in from. We appreciate you very much. And yeah, so we're just pretty much in the same boat as y'all. We don't really know much more than you do. Or we don't really know anything more than you do. I'm trying to keep an eye on Twitter to see what the updates might be. But right now, it sounds pretty dang official that SpaceX is not going to be launching tomorrow morning. But they do have backup opportunities on the 18th and 19th. There are NOTAMs in place for those dates. I believe there are probably TFRs in place for those dates. So whatever work needs to be done here, let's hope it's quick, let's hope it's easy, let's hope they can knock it out today and continue with their launch preparations tomorrow for a launch as early as Saturday. So like I said, this is just kind of what to expect in the industry, especially with a relatively new launch vehicle, well, very new launch vehicle, only launched once, and that was a straight-up test flight. This is not a production-ready vehicle. We should expect these types of things to happen. Even if, emotionally it can be a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. That just makes it a little bit more worthwhile when it finally launches. I'm going to try to adjust our angle a little bit here so we're not at much of an angle. So I don't know when they plan on destacking. Sorry, I'm just making adjustments. I don't know when they plan on destacking, but we're gonna have to wait and see. We'll hang out here for a little bit and see what happens. But like I said, we do still have some preparations to do on the Rocket Future channel prior to whenever launches, even if it does happen to be Saturday. So I can't hang out here all day and wait for a destack, but we'll have to wait and see. So we'll find out. No, he's fine. He's good. Dave Roberts says, hi, Andrew, just read that there is a delay. Yeah, yep, unfortunately. Will says, Hoppy, don't let SpaceX delay the launch. Andrew, can't you stop the unleashing the AI powers? Help us, Hoppy. You're the only hope. Juan says, Modelo time. Modelo time is soon for sure, but not quite yet. We'll have to wait a couple more days for that.
January.
Yeah, I remember y'all. Yeah.
In Boulder. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Back again.
You're back again, absolutely. Came back in April too. But yeah, so we were just hearing people talking about destack.
Yeah.
It's happening.
I think so.
Okay.
Pretty likely. 99%
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Do we know why?
No. I heard one piece of speculation that they might be swapping the hot stage ring, but that is only speculation. before, we've seen them destack and stack a few times, and they have removed the ring a couple times to do something on the top of booster 9.
Okay.
Not sure what that is. Maybe they've been making adjustments and they have to make some more adjustments. I could see it being a pretty good possibility that they want to swap the ring. So we'll see.
Okay.
But I have a feeling we'll know today what they're doing, and that should give us a pretty good feeling about how long that's going to be. And
Right, hopefully. But
Tomorrow might not go.
does
tomorrow sounds like
Pretty
it's not
iffy.
happening. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say plan. I'd say it's everything short of official. It's pretty much official.
that it would be Saturday or Sunday
Yeah,
or
Saturday probably. Hopefully.
okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank
Thanks.
you.
No problem. My pleasure. My pleasure. So yeah, we got live views of Starship and Booster 9, and we're just hanging out here to see what happens next. I do have to set up my work laptop. I have to check in with work, as it is a work day as well. So let me just set that laptop up. If anybody has any questions or anything, please feel free to drop those questions in chat, and we'll answer those for you to the best of our ability. Like I said, we don't exactly know what's happening yet, but we are pretty confident that there is going to be no launch tomorrow. But hopefully it won't be much of a delay beyond that. Juan says toast to Starship 25 and Booster 9. Cheers. Absolutely. What's up? Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm yelling into the mic. Everybody is showing up. I'm seeing a lot of familiar and friendly faces, and this is pretty cool. Pretty cool vibes down here at Starbase. I can give you a little bit of a pan around for a second. As you can see, there's plenty of people hanging out here waiting and just to cheer SpaceX on. I think a lot of people came out here to get a last view of the ship and booster before hearing the delay news. But everybody's just kind of hanging out, doing the same thing, trying to figure out what's going on, but also enjoying their time down here and taking in the views while they still can. Jesse is here. Welcome, Jesse. Good to see you. So it's been a pretty crazy 48 hours. We saw the fish and wildlife. Actually, I can jump back in front of the camera for some of this commentary. I'm just working with one camera now because I just wanted to get everything set up as quickly as possible to bring y'all views in case they started destacking this thing. So this is not the most ideal shot ever, but yeah, it's been a pretty crazy 48 hours down here. Yesterday we got the official word that the Fish and Wildlife has finished up their investigation and basically, long story short, determined that with the changes of the water deluge system, that there was no additional concern for the wildlife beyond what the original environmental impact statement had to say. So that was the all clear for FAA to continue their processes with issuing the launch license. So they finished up their processes and they did issue that launch license valid from November 15th. So that license is good for one launch. It will need another modification for future launches after this next one. And immediately after seeing the launch license get issued, that's when we saw Starship stack Ship 25 onto Booster 9. So that was a really exciting moment, seeing them get that license and then immediately start stacking. It felt like the beginning of the momentum that was going to lead us right through until launch. And that momentum really carried us through until today, until just about half hour, 45 minutes ago, actually probably an hour at this point. When some folks started to see the convoy of heavy equipment making their way down to the launch complex, most notably the Ship 25 transport stand and also the load spreader for the hot stage ring. And that's when the speculation started to happen about them destacking the vehicle. And of course now we're feeling really confident that that's going to happen. We just don't exactly know when, and we'll have to see. So that's kind of the update of everything that's happened here in the last couple days. It's been exciting. It's been fun. We had a little bit of a celebration at the at Hopper House last night. So that was kind of a celebration of just getting this thing off the ground, hopefully in the next couple days, and celebrating that launch license. So that celebration still stands. It might just be delayed a little bit beyond tomorrow, and I'm just having my fingers crossed here for Saturday. I think everybody that's down here just wants this thing to go and wants it to go soon. That way they can party, they can celebrate, they can be very happy for SpaceX and the future of humanity, and then they can move on and get back to their everyday lives. I'm going to move my camera out of the way here. So yeah, it's changed a bit, but that's okay. Sandor is here. Welcome. Excuse me. I got something going on with my throat. So yeah, I was about to set up my other laptop. Let me start that process now that I've debriefed everybody. good to see a lot of people coming in from all around, and getting interested in what's happening here with SpaceX. This is something that I remember from the last launch attempt. There was a big influx of people, and it's really, really cool to see again. It's definitely one of the better parts, one of the best parts of launch, other than the launch itself. Hard to see from this angle, but I just saw Chris from NASA Spaceflight on Twitter mention that the ship quick disconnect arm has been moved out of place, which we would expect prior to a lift. So let's keep our eyes peeled on this vehicle here, folks. In the meantime, I can try to set up my other camera. I'm gonna see what I can do. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep these live views on the ship in case we start seeing or destack. I'll zoom you right on in too, so it'll be really obvious when this thing starts happening. Well, she's not. I actually don't have her installed on this computer yet. Oh, but you know what? Dang, I wanted to restream this one. Let me get the restream going for all the other platforms, and then I'll do another intro. So yeah, folks, if I'm gonna move the camera just a couple more times because I'm gonna start the stream up on some other platforms. I'll do another quick intro, and then I'll bring you nicely zoomed into the ship again. So just give me a few moments for that. We'll get the we'll give the streams a couple minutes to start up, and we'll do a quick intro here. So we are now live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and a couple other platforms as well. So let's continue with the live angles, and then I'll pan down and we'll do a quick introduction. But for anybody just joining us, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. We're just getting stream started here for y'all. I'm going to make sure audio is working as well on the restream. It actually currently doesn't look like it is. Let me figure out why that could be. All right, I think it is working now. Cool. All right, let's get this intro going for anybody joining on our other platforms. So let me just make some adjustments here. But yeah, welcome in everybody. We started our restream a little bit late, so we're going to catch you all up to speed. But my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. I want to make sure that we're not in the way here. We got live views of Starbase behind us, and of Starship and Booster 9. And we've gotten some word over the last hour or so that we may no longer be looking at a launch tomorrow. And we're gonna wait and stand by for a little bit to see what's going on. So we prefaced the stream a little bit with just what has happened over the last 48 hours. It's been really interesting, and let me kind of run you through everything. I just wanted to move out of the way here for a second, just to make sure I'm not in the way of any of these cars that are trying to get by. But they have left now. So we're only running one camera right now, just for to get the stream up as quickly as possible. So that's why we have a little bit of not the perfect camera angles, but this is certainly going to have to do for now. Okay, so last 48 hours, super interesting. Fish and Wildlife finished up their evaluation of the changes that SpaceX has made, most specifically to the water deflection, and determined that there's no additional expected impacts based on that hardware and the usage of that hardware. So they gave their go-ahead. FAA took that information and was able to complete their steps, and then issued the launch license yesterday, valid for yesterday, and valid for one launch. So then we saw immediately SpaceX stack Ship 25 onto Booster 9, and that was a really exciting moment as we just kept seeing that momentum build towards a launch as early as tomorrow, which was expected. And again, I'm repeating myself a little bit here for anybody that was on the YouTube stream, but we saw that momentum carry us through until today, and now we're here, and we have a little bit of a delay anticipated. And no launch anticipated for tomorrow at this point, unless anything happens to change. We're not exactly sure why that is yet, but we do see some hardware that would indicate that SpaceX is going to destack Ship 25 off of Booster 9, and also potentially remove the hot staging ring. So you can see that crane actually on the right-hand side now, and that is it's maneuvering as we speak. So we're gonna have to see where that goes. But welcome in everybody. Again, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. We're going to keep you updated over the next little while on what's happening here at Starbase and what we might be looking at for any launch delays and what those might mean for us. Why do you suggest StreamYard over what I'm using, Will? Out of curiosity. If it's easier to use, that'd be great. It's not hard to use the software that I'm using. It's just I don't. Yeah, I'll explain off stream why we're doing it this way. So let's zoom you right back on into that hot stage ring. That way we can see if the ship starts to get lifted. Peaceful, no launch for today. Detroit Mission Control, Boca Chica Mary, based on what I understand, who lives in Boca Chica Village, did say that they canceled her evacuation notice for tomorrow. That's the most likely. I'm scrolling through Twitter as we speak to see if I see any updates. That's the most likely valid source that I've heard so far. And the fact that they're destacking is a good indication as well. So, folks, I'm gonna keep you updated. You know, this is a what is it called? Liquid. I don't know. What is the word I'm looking for? A fluid situation. Just because SpaceX, I don't know. Just because we saw some indications that they're going to move to Saturday doesn't necessarily mean they won't change their mind as well. So let's think about that option. I just saw CSI Starbase say that the SpaceX stream was pushed to Saturday. Again, the SpaceX stream was pushed to Saturday, but then he retweeted under it or commented on that tweet saying that the date on that stream returned to Friday again. So just as always, anything you hear, we just have to be ready for a change at moment's notice. So I'm still thinking that tomorrow is unlikely, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. We're actually getting a pretty good view of those Starship heat shield tiles right now. Take a look at that. Yeah, Todd Burnell says the village evac was canceled, which is the big teller. That was the big teller for me. That's when I was just like, maybe this isn't going tomorrow. But who knows? They could always, if someone at SpaceX changed their mind, they could always reissue the evac notice. El Hungaro says, that's okay, everyone, just breathe. I know that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's like so much to say, and I'm trying to say it all at once. And I need to slow myself down a little bit. Detroit says, definitely sounds like a fluid situation. Absolutely. Like I said, we'll be ready for any changes at a moment's notice. Let's just reset ourselves here, folks, actually. Take a second here to reset ourselves. In the excitement of an impending launch in 24 hours, sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. So the Rocket Future channel, I think we're usually really good about staying away from speculation as much as possible. So let's reset our expectations. Maybe, we hear some pretty valid sources that things like the evac notice was canceled, but let's just hold on to our horses and let's just wait to see what happens. Cause nobody really knows. So let's just wait and see. Maybe it's still going to go tomorrow. Maybe it's going to go Saturday. We just don't know. Let's leave it at that until we know some official statement from SpaceX themselves. That's my opinion at this time. I just saw that. So, Twitch. If anybody knows of the streaming service on called Twitch, y'all might know it if you're if you're a gamer, more than just games now. Twitch just recently announced that you can simulcast on their platform. So I never used to stream the Rocket Future streams to Twitch because of their rule that you couldn't multi-stream on multiple platforms at once if you're a affiliate or a partner. And we just went live on Twitch today for the first time in a while. And I just saw that our title for the Twitch stream is Behind the Scenes with the New Zelda. So we have a Twitch stream up right now with an old title about Zelda. El Hungaro with the 10. That's good. I was totally nerdy losing it there. Another week is okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support, El Hungaro. That means a lot. We appreciate you very much. Balint says, oh man, let's hope for Saturday. Hey, we can still hope for Friday, I think. But we'll see. Space Junkie says, hey guys, perfect chaos is happening right now. It really is. It really is. Everybody's going all over the place right now. Balint says, so tonight will be another farewell party at Hopper House? Probably not, but we'll have to see. Space Girl Falcon says, rocket chasing is hard. Great point injury. We'll find out when we find out. Couldn't be any truer. We have to reset our beers? Absolutely. Ad Astra, thank you very much. I appreciate your membership. We appreciate you very much here, and it was great to meet you. It's very, very good to meet y'all, both of you. Josie is here. I say with all my English knowledge, hi Andrew, greetings from Hungary. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you. El Hungaro says, feel bad for the Space Junkies because we have people all the way from Budapest at Boca. Yeah, yep. No, they're going to get this thing off the ground. Don't you worry. They'll get it off the ground in good timing. I'm pretty certain. Tom is tuning in from Ireland. Tom, thank you for tuning in from Ireland. That is awesome. It's great to see you. Great to hear from you over there. Love Ireland. Got Irish roots, and I spent a semester abroad over there. I know we've talked previously, and we appreciate you being here. Patrick Durham is here. SpaceX live stream suddenly cut to some weird crypto head by what seemed like an AI Elon. Patrick, I think you have found one of the fake SpaceX accounts. There are a lot of accounts out there that look like official SpaceX accounts, but they are not. So I think you have found a fake SpaceX account. I highly recommend that you report that account that you see there, Patrick. And I bet you it looks real. I bet you think that's a real SpaceX account, but I promise you it is not. Vinzu Karma says tomorrow is going to be a historic day. I hope so. Stephanie says, any confirmation from ground on a potential delay? Stephanie, there is a lot of decent information that kind of hints towards a delay, but I wouldn't count it yet. Let's give it a little more time before we know for sure. Sandor says, Balint, bring the beer, I'll bring the cheer. Heck yeah. How do I change my Twitch title? Miss Ad Astra says, hopefully IFT2 soon. Can't wait to see. I think so. I think y'all will see it. How long are you here again? I know we talked last night about that. But how long are you staying here for? Do I have image stabilization on? Yeah, it is on. It's pretty windy down here. Nextro Space says, Rocket Future, is it destacking? It is not currently destacking. We had indications that a destacking was going to happen, but so far we have not seen a destacking. So I also saw the crane move towards the vehicle, and then I started to move away from the vehicle. So just to catch everybody up right now, we are just in a holding pattern to see what happens next. We don't know if it's destacking. We don't know if they change their mind. We don't know anything. So we are happily just standing by and watching with whatever SpaceX may do next, and we're going to support whatever decision that they're going to make there. You're here until Tuesday, right? I think y'all are gonna see a launch before Tuesday. I really do. So we're gonna hope that turns out to be true. But I think my confidence level is pretty high. We got this close in shot for y'all, just in case it does start to destack. And we're gonna keep these views for you. Ryan says it's official, Saturday. Elon said grid fid motor. Okay. So that sounds like official word to me. Ryan, is that a tweet by Elon? At least they know what it is. That sounds like a pretty good chance for a Saturday launch, in my opinion. They could get this thing swapped out tomorrow or today. Stephanie says my family will be there tomorrow morning. We are there for 1 week. Stephanie, I think you'll be in good shape to see as well. Glad to hear you're coming over for it. Detroit says, how was the party last night at Hopper House, Andrew? Who was there from the space community? We got klaxons, folks. We have klaxons. We should see a destack happen imminently, hopefully. Ryan says that was an Elon tweet. Let me see if I can pull that up for y'all here. I will consider that official word. Yep, I have it here for you. Let me show you. So as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, Elon Musk tweets out at 1:17 p.m. Central Time, we need to replace a grid fin actuator, so launch is postponed to Saturday. Now let me get that the heck out of the way, so we can see this full stack, destack rather. Yeah, so that's pretty decent news, folks. As far as the cause of a delay, I feel like that could be a quick fix. If for any reason they end up pushing us back because we're too close, I'm going to zoom the camera out and we'll just go. Oh, I'm going to set up my other camera for a time lapse. Party was fun. Party was a blast. We all enjoyed ourselves and got to know each other a little better. For those who haven't been introduced, it was a good crew. It was smaller than last year, but it was more. What's the word I'm looking for? People talked more. It was nice. I liked it. Folks, for anybody just joining us, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. There is currently an alarm going off at the orbital launch mount and launch complex to clear the pad, as we expect a destack to be imminent. We've had it where we hear these alarms and it takes quite a while until they actually start the maneuver. But in this case, I have a feeling we're going to see them clear pretty quickly and get this thing going pretty quickly. I think they are, for lack of a better word, I think they're ass on fire and they want to get this thing fixed. So I think we're going to see this thing happen. I'm sorry to hear that, Detroit. I hope you're feeling better soon. We got Sterling's here. Greetings from Guyana. Is that the right pronunciation? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yazada says Cameron County website shows tomorrow's closure is canceled. Saturday is still listed. Looks like a scrub for at least 24 hours. Yep. Sorry for the mic dropout. Yeah, that's what we're seeing as well, Yazada. I think Saturday is looking like our best option right now, and I think it's pretty reasonable to think that they are going to fix what they need to fix in the next day or so. So hopefully that's the case. I appreciate that, Andras. Absolutely. If everybody wouldn't mind liking the stream, it'll help us a lot. It'll help the stream get pushed out to more people. We appreciate the support in that manner. So yeah, if y'all wouldn't mind liking the stream, we appreciate that very much. We've got only 78 so far. Yeah, let's see if we can bump that up. Let's at least try to get to 100. I'm hearing some more noises coming from the tower. So let's see if they're prepping this lift for some time here soon.
Actuator.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
I just now saw it.
sounds fairly reasonable for them to be able to get it
Well,
done.
I heard this morning because I was out there getting the sunrise, and I heard that. So I knew they were testing them.
Yeah.
And evidently one must have given them
Better than something Star fans, we want to keep this zoomed in. I'll zoom out for just a second so you can see kind of the environment around, but I'm going to zoom right back on in because we want that first indication of when this thing starts to get lifted. But yeah, Star fans, we will be interviewing them during the launch countdown. So make sure that you tune into the launch broadcast on Saturday. At this point, should be Saturday, and we're going to be interviewing some folks about what they think about this launch, and we're going to have some crowd cams and reaction cameras and all that good stuff. So make sure you tune back in for the actual launch. Excuse me. We aren't sure when it's launching. They apparently encountered some problem with the booster electronics during system checks. Yeah, specifically is a grid fin actuator. So what we're seeing on the bottom right-hand side of the screen sticking out of the booster is a grid fin. That is that big black pancake thing sticking out the side. One of the actuators for one of the grid fins, we're not exactly sure which one is which, has to be replaced, it sounds like, or fixed. So that's what they're going to be working on. No launch tomorrow, but hopefully Saturday. Yeah, Yazada, that was an official tweet from Elon about the grid fin actuator. I can bring that up again. Let me show you all real quick while we're waiting. So take a look at the screen now. At 1:17 p.m. Central Time today, Elon said we need to replace a grid fin actuator, so launch is postponed to Saturday. Yeah, it would still be in the early morning on Saturday. Thank you for that, Detroit. Thank you for sharing our stream link. That is very much appreciated. Yeah, right? That should be a pretty legit source, I would hope. No, definitely. I'm hearing some more noises. Start to see if we see any gap happening here. I'm going to check on my battery life as well and see how we're doing. Doing fairly well on battery. Detroit Mission Control says, everybody please remember to like the stream. That does help us a lot. Thank you very much for that reminder. Yeah, definitely. I'll have to watch on Saturday. Welcome, Pritesh Patel. We are currently waiting for a... Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. We are currently waiting on a destack of ship 25 off of booster 9 for them to get into underneath the hot stage ring to fix a actuator for the grid fins. A grid fin actuator needs to be fixed or replaced. I don't think they'll be able to... no launch tomorrow, Pritesh, but Saturday. Saturday, Central U.S. time, specifically, in the morning. How's it going, Gabor? Good to see you. For anybody just tuning in, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future, and we are waiting to see ship 25 destacked off of booster 9. They are going to be replacing an actuator for the grid fins. So what we're going to do here today is, as long as in the next hour or so they destack, we're gonna capture that, and then we're gonna wrap things up after the destack. Let them get their work done, and look forward to a Saturday launch. Lori says, thanks for the update. I like this channel. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for stopping in, Lori. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Hopper House was fun. Hopper House was a lot of fun last night. Thanks to everybody that came out. Had a blast. It was pretty relaxed and chill. People were just hanging out and just chatting. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it. How's it going, Aaron? How is Artemis 2 doing? You know, I don't have the most recent update on Artemis 2, but I know it is doing well. I know a lot more hardware is making it down for integration, and there's a lot of progress there. I don't have the most recent update. I don't know exactly where each piece is at the moment. My brain has been pretty saturated lately with Starship, so We're going to be doing some Artemis 2 coverage for sure once we get a little bit closer to that day. But right now, I don't have the answer to your question. But thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the question. I appreciate you. Lots of noises coming from the pad. So I'm wondering, and I said this a little bit ago, but I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing this thing get lifted up here pretty soon. But just keep a close eye on it. We'll keep these views nice and tight until it starts moving for you. Folks, if you're tuning in, take a look at the screen right now. You can start to see a gap between the booster and the ship, which means they have started the lift process. I am going to start my time lapse, but everybody, if you've been hanging out in the background, now's the time to pay attention as everything's starting to happen now. 25? Nice. Absolutely. You'll get there, man. You'll get there. Check that out. We got a pretty big gap there now. SpaceX has started to lift Ship 25 off of Booster 9. So let's get this process going. Let's get that actuator replaced, and let's get this thing off on Saturday. Wow, they're already pivoting it. Wait, or that's just the wind maybe. That doesn't look right to me. Where's my mic? Oh. That kind of looks funky to me, guys. That doesn't look like enough clearance, but the drone's up there. Hopefully they know what they're doing. Oops, sorry, I got that screen up there. Let me get that out of there for you. I was just doing a little moderation, you know. Let me get that screen out of there for you. My bad. They are pivoting the ship. These lighting conditions are tough right now. We got the sun basically shining in the corner of the camera, so it's real hard to make out the ship here, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I feel like they usually give themselves a lot more clearance between the booster and the ship there, but maybe not. Maybe that was normal. It just looked a little close. Let's go. So let's see if we can get a look at those engines. Check out that drone action up in the top left there, folks. That's pretty cool. Man, it's a dang shame to see this thing destacked right now, but we're getting a great view out of it at least. If anybody is just joining, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. We are currently, excuse me, we have live views of Starship 25 now destacked from Booster 9. The chopsticks have lifted ship over and pivoted, and we should now start to see the ship being lowered down onto its stand, which is at the base of the OLM there. And then eventually we may see the crane lift the hot stage ring off of the top of the booster. We're going to see whether or not that's something that we're going to cover here today. We'll have to see how things go with this timing on this destack. Somebody's in chat, just give me a 5x5. Let me know that we're still good and we're still live. Just want to make sure. I think we still are. Oh, my chat on OBS is frozen. I see y'all now. Stephen Rodriguez is here, saying howdy. What are they trying to do there? Destacking to fix a grid fin actuator. Yazada says good engine view. Space Junkie says fantastic view, sir. Everybody's confirming I'm still live. Yeah, it looks like for whatever reason OBS just stops processing my YouTube messages, so I had to pop open the chat for YouTube separately, and now I can see y'all. I was like, oh, it went quiet. Where is everybody going? Melissa Pribble. Hey, don't know if you remember us from the summer. We met you at Isablanca during the static fire test in July, August. We had the kiddos with us, and yeah. Melissa, I definitely remember y'all. Good to see you here. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you. YouTube API limits, says Ben. Could be. As we can see, Starship S25 5 is now being lowered. It is now making good progress being lowered towards the ground, where it will await or sit on the awaiting ship transport mount. Melissa is leaving Oklahoma today to head down. Will be early tomorrow, so a delay to Saturday doesn't upset her. Gives me a little time to settle in and be there bright and early for launch. Well, I think you got a little extra time for you, Melissa, so that should be helpful. Glad to hear you don't have to rush down and you have some time to settle in. The kiddos are excited. That's really exciting to hear. Obviously, we love to hear about young people getting involved and excited about all this stuff. They're going to be the ones riding these rockets in the future. That's very cool. Thank you for sharing it with them. That's very important. In 2 parts, so close to launch. There's your nerves, right? Shaky hand is relevant. That's a relevant name. They're launching on Saturday. Yeah, Stephen. They're targeting Saturday now. They were trying to go for tomorrow, but there is a grid fin actuator that is giving them some trouble. So they got to fix or replace that grid fin actuator over the next 24 hours, and then they will continue their prep for a launch on Saturday. Saturday is also perfect for Malrus. Malrus lives in the UK. It'll be 1 p.m. when they launch it, and they have school tomorrow. Glad they delayed it. So yeah, you'll be able to check that out. That's good to hear as well. Some benefits for it going Saturday, it sounds like. I just noticed I missed a message asking if it was a complicated process from my dad. I'm not sure if that was for destacking or the actual replacement of the actuator. Destacking is a complicated process, but they've really nailed it down at this point. They got it down to a T. They got it down to their process that they got. So I have no concerns for the destack, really. The actuator replacement, I'm not entirely sure, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be a pretty easy job once they get up there, once they get the grid fin off and once they get up there. I hope so, at least. Melissa says oldest has already said he's going to work for SpaceX. He wrote essays on it at school. Super proud of mom and dad. That is awesome. That is so cool to hear. That is amazing. Big shout out to everybody tuning in. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here today. Your support is so appreciated. Just being here and chatting. Anybody who is has become a member of the channel or submitted super chats or super stickers, any of that stuff, we appreciate all the support very much. Thank you very much for the support. Really excited for launch day. Let's hope Saturday sticks. Melissa, I will be at Isablanca. I will, I'd say 90% chance I should be at Isablanca as long as all my plans work out according to plan. Mark's photo says, and video says, what happened now? Mark's, there was a grid fin actuator giving them trouble. So up at the top of the booster, they have those 4 grid fins. One of them is giving them trouble, so they have to go up there and fix or replace one of the actuators. Of course, that's important for... I wonder how much they use the grid fins for launch. I doubt very much at all. Mostly for recovery, which we know that this isn't going to be recovered, but I'm sure they want to land it safely in the Gulf and they want to have control over it. So those grid fins are important. You were wondering about the actuator? Yeah, I don't know what the process is for that, but I think they just got to take the hot stage ring off and get up there. I'm sure they've. Oh, we got somebody coming up over here. 1 second. Somebody I want to chat with. Melissa says, I don't doubt that they have a plan already in play to fix it. Oh, absolutely. You know they do. So I'm not too worried. I think they're going to get it done on the next day. I have spotted another SpaceX YouTuber, as they call us. I won't spoil who it is. Their privacy will remain a secret for now. Yep. Oh, yeah, I do. Somebody just came over and gave me a donut. That was amazing. Oh, man. That donut hit the spot. That was amazing. Okay. We get a question from Melissa. Have I ever seen or ran into Elon in the area? Absolutely. I've seen Elon a couple times, just in passing, coming in and out of the launch complex. But I also did have the opportunity at a media event to ask Elon a question during their SpaceX T-Mobile event last year. So yeah, I have run into Elon. Technically. Starship S-25 is well on its way to being on the ground. It's getting pretty close, and it's going to be put on its transport stand. Hopefully that's where it will remain while they work on Booster 7. I'm sorry, Booster 9. There's a slip of the tongue right there. So they got to get up there. They got to remove the hot staging ring. I would say we would wait for the hot staging ring work, but I don't see the attachment on the crane yet. So it doesn't look like they're like imminently gonna do that work. So let's see what happens. Are the roads still closed tomorrow? No, I believe the roads probably are reopened for tomorrow. Yeah, they should be reopened for tomorrow. So if you want to come down here and check things out, they should be open until tomorrow at midnight, unless anything changes. But yeah, we'll see if Ship 25 hits the ground, and then immediately we start seeing the crane start swinging into place. Maybe we can hang out a little bit. Let's put a time limit on it though. Yeah, Yazada, I would imagine so too. If not now, then I would imagine he'd be in tonight. So it's 2:23 Central Time. Let's give it 15 minutes and see if we see any action. If not, we want to wrap things up, and we have some stuff to get ready for launch stream. So Mark says, I can't wait to hear this bad boy roar to life. Me neither. I am right there with you. Cannot wait. Melissa says that's what we'd like to do. Yeah, definitely. Come on down here. Come on down here and check it all out before the launch. I know this lighting is real bad. Let's get the zoom out here, and then let's angle ourselves a little bit more. And then let's angle this. Like I said, we're working with one camera just so we can get this stream up. And my tripod is being a mess. But we got the sun right behind us. You can't see my face very well. It is what it is. It's good for now. Starship S25 is pretty much on the ground. So what we just saw was S25 get destacked off of Booster 9 in preparation for lifting the hot stage ring off of the booster and then getting further down and replacing that actuator for the grid fin. So that was a major step towards the work that they got to do. It's unfortunate that they got to do this work, but it is what it is, and we're just going to have to ride with it, and we'll see what happens. So for now, we're just going to hang out a little bit longer to see if we start to see that crane move and get that load spreader in place to start lifting the hot stage ring off. If we don't see that action happening relatively quickly, we're going to wrap things up and go back home and continue getting things prepped for this weekend for launch. But in the meantime, I'm going to be here with live views for at least a few more minutes. So if you have any questions or anything about SpaceX, about what we just saw, about the launch or anything like that, please feel free to put those in chat, and I'll do my best to answer those for you. I'm checking out the stream health right now, and it looks like we've had really nice, tremendous support here on the channel here today. So I want to thank you all for that. That's great. That's amazing. So make sure you're also going to be tuning in for the stream on Saturday for launch, most likely. The stream is already up. You can go click on it and click notify me and get notified of when the stream actually goes live. So with that being said, I'll zoom you back on in to the vehicles in question, and we'll see what happens. Melissa, the weather is amazing. Actually, it is beautiful out. It's really nice. It's a breath of fresh air after the last week we've had just of straight rain. It was really insane. And Starbase is still quite flooded in some areas. Boca Chica Beach and the road going to Boca Chica Beach is kind of flooded. And we had cloud cover for days and days and days. So I'm really happy to see a nice, clear, sunny day. With pretty good temperatures. It's if anything, it's a little bit warm, but I'm not actually gonna complain about the warmth. It's just about perfect. Melissa says packing as we speak. We leave in a few hours. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Safe travels. Safe travels. I think we're gonna wrap things up here at 2:30. I think that's the plan. So if anybody has any last questions, please feel free to put those in now, and we'll wrap up in about 2 minutes. Do I have any plans to stream on Friday? None currently, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, my plan for tomorrow was for launch. So now that is no longer happening, we'll see what we can do tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get some stuff together tonight, and we'll see where SpaceX is with their processes here. If there's a clear indication of a stack or something tomorrow, depending on what time it is, we'll see if we can get back out here for it. We'll have to see. I will be working in the morning since there's no launch. I will be working, so we'll have to work around that and see what happens. A lot of people are driving through now. Let's check. Before we go, let's take a look. I guess they must have temporarily kind of blocked one side of the road just so people weren't driving by during the destack. I know they do that sometimes, although I didn't see them do that, so I don't know. I'm gonna quickly, hey guys, I'm gonna quickly check to see if somebody wants to say hi to stream real quick. I don't know if they're gonna want to. No pressure on them at all. So I'm just gonna go see if they have any interest in that. So give me a couple seconds just to see. So stand by just in case we get a special guest here on the stream. right, y'all, we have a special guest coming. We have a special guest. All right. He'll be over here in a second. Volume, everybody let me know, 5x5. Want to make sure that we got good audio for this. He's just chatting with somebody. Let's give him a couple minutes here. Andy says 5x5. Ben says you're good. We got Chief here. Chief isn't the special guest, not this time as well. Not this time, but we have Chief hanging out here. So just give us a couple more minutes. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm keeping an eye on that crane. It has not moved yet. I have a feeling that the crew still need to get back into the launch complex, and then they'll. I assume they'll lower the crane down and put that load spreader on to get the ring off, but I haven't seen it move yet. Chief, get out of the way, says Ben. No worries, man. No worries. You're good. All good. All right, everybody. We got a special guest here. Of course, this is Zach from CSI Starbase.
Hello, everybody.
How was
I'll take the mic.
Yeah, go ahead. How was your travel in?
It could have been better.
Yeah?
It could have been better. Yeah. I was really excited to get here. Then I went to pick up my luggage, and like my suitcase was just like completely smashed on the bottom.
I think I saw a picture of that.
Yeah, that was super awesome. So I had to like chill there and wait for a little bit. They ended up giving me like not a new suitcase, an old. I'm guessing it was probably a confiscated one.
Yep.
Now that I think about it, I really want to know like where they got that from.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure there's lost luggage all the time and stuff. But,
or you seize it from somebody, pull a bunch of contraband out there, and you're like, all right, this is ours now. But yeah, other than that, glad to be here.
Good.
Made it just in time for the news that it's going to be delayed.
Yep.
So that's always fun.
I'm thinking it's like a pretty good issue to have. I feel like they can probably get that thing whipped out in a day. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, in my opinion, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just go without it, because it's like, that's the end of the mission profile for the booster. They can boost back. They should be able to mostly maneuver their way into wherever they need to go with thrust vector control. Yeah. So, having that guidance, well, I guess the good thing about it is that it gets us closer to being able to like catch a booster with
100%.
with the chopsticks, So like that is one thing. If replacing that grid fin means we have to wait one less launch for them to catch it with the tower, then I guess it's worth it. But
very cool.
You probably shouldn't ever expect there to not be a delay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it would just be too perfect if it just went when they said it was going to.
I said that to my buddy earlier, who was like, he was fiddling with his flights earlier, and he just about had everything settled, and then all this news came, and I was like, just when you thought you forgot what it was like rocket chasing, it's like, that's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, I was talking to Jeff, my producer, when I was trying to decide if I was coming down here, and I was like, my biggest fear is that it's not going to go on Friday.
Right.
And he's like, well, you already know it's not. And I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. But I was like, but if it does, then I'm going to be sitting at home like I should have been there. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Luckily,
how long are you in town for?
My flight is like 2:50 on Saturday.
Okay.
So
that's enough time to get it off the ground on Saturday.
It is enough time, but I don't know. I may have to push the flight to Sunday just to be safe.
Yeah.
I go back to work on Wednesday is the only problem. Is like I got like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to finish this episode and release it.
Right.
I'm putting a lot of effort into that. So.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, appreciate it. My big thing is that like if it's not out by Wednesday, then that means it's going to take me another 2 weeks because I can't do any of that recording or filming when I'm at work.
Right.
Luckily, I can actually write scripts at work, which is nice. Finally started taking advantage of that. But as far as actually being able to record or doing anything on camera,
Right.
it's pretty much locked up by Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming to say hi.
Yeah, of
Appreciate
course, definitely.
Everybody.
You gonna be out here for a while?
Huh?
You gonna be out here for a while?
Yeah. Well, today probably not. I'll probably wrap things up right now
Okay.
and then get some stuff figured out for the weekend.
Where you
And
staying?
I'm living up in not far from Port Isabel. It's about 10-minute drive from there.
Nice.
So.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm sure you all know him. If you know me, you definitely know this guy. This is Zach from CSI Starbase. Check him out. Check out some of the best content. They're actually, honestly,
Hey, I appreciate
maybe
it.
the best content as far as long-form informational stuff about Starbase specifically. It's insane. He's got a new episode coming out, and check him out for sure.
2 of them actually.
Two of them.
They'll be a little bit separate from each other, but.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm sure I'll see you around between now and when you head out. So.
Yeah, and I might be on SPI tonight. I'm trying to decide.
Hey, hit me up if you are.
But, yeah, now that this is delayed a little bit, instead of staying out at Raptor Roost overnight, I'm probably just gonna go to SPI so I can actually hang out and chill with some people.
Sick.
So.
Grab a beer at Hopper later.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Do I have your number, or should I just hit you up on? I don't know if you want to give your number out on.
I can mute real quick. I'm gonna mute real quick, folks. All right, we are back on audio. Thanks for the patience. I just exchanged some info with Zach, so we can potentially meet up and have some conversations, which is always good. I really appreciate having some off-camera conversations with the folks that are doing similar things as me. It's really fun to just, share stories and exchange ideas and all that good stuff. And Zach is a class. What's the word I'm looking for? Class act. Yeah, Zach is a class act. Really, really good dude. Really just a great group of people down here. And like I said, other than the launch itself, the best part of these launch windows are having everybody converge down here and hanging out with each other. So that was fun. I'm glad he was able to come over here and say hi on chat. So again, big shout out to Zach from CSI Starbase and all of his content. And I'm sure y'all are well aware who he is and the content that he makes. But just in case you don't, you got to check it out. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Everybody, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. We just saw Starship S-25 get destacked from Booster 9. I haven't seen the crane move yet. The crane that's going to be responsible for getting the load spreader and putting it onto the hot stage ring. That hasn't moved yet. So I am ambitious to wrap things up, get out of here, start planning the rest of the weekend, and we'll go from there. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody who chatted, everybody that liked the stream, subscribed, and super chats. Mr. Ad Astra, thanks for Mr. and Mrs. Ad Astra, thanks for coming by last night, and thank you for the membership today. Huge shout out to I think it was El Hungaro. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I think it was El Hungaro with the super chat earlier. That was kind of in the chaos of things. I can't scroll back up to see who it was. I'm pretty sure it was El Hungaro, but if I'm wrong there, thank you for the super chat earlier from whoever that might have been. Appreciate you all very much. We'll see you for a launch on Saturday. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let's hope they can get this, because I'm ready. I'm ready for it. So talk to y'all later. My name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. See you next time, and peace out.